Hey guys, it's Baswin. I'm back here to talk to you about some of the best practices that I have for Zenith, especially where Godstones, EXP, cosmetics, and tiers are concerned. And that's where we're going to start today. It's going to be a short video. I'm going to edit this down a little bit later, so that way it's a little cleaner and shortened up. But for right now, I'm going to go over these topics. First, let's start with cosmetics. As far as cosmetics are concerned, you can see I have my beater gear. I've also recently put in for the Eric's gauntlets, which Actually, let's see if I have them. I do not have my Eric's gauntlets, so I don't know if you need to make a new character after you've gotten your cosmetic redeems in, but I do know I had the beater set before I made this character, and obviously the character has the beater set. They may get pushed out again. I don't know what exactly their process is for that. However, to unlock these different features, for the Eric's gauntlets, that's actually part of what was a Skywave transmission. And I put the link to the Skywave transmission in the description. So if you go to the link and you click through the story, at the end it will give you a code. You'll take that code and go to the Zenith official Discord, and in there you will go to the bot commands tab, type /redeem, and then put your code. Additionally, while you're in the bot commands page, you can type /referral, and it will spit out a referral code as well as showing you what the different redeems are as you go through that. So, once you have your referral code, if you get a bunch of friends to join the Zenith Discord using your link, it will add to your counter and allow you to have extra features, such as the beater sword, beater coat, all the different beater gear. So yeah, make sure that you guys are taking advantage of that while it's still around. I don't know how long those particular features are going to be there for you to unlock. But once you have them, it's yours. So the next thing I really want to touch on is Godstones. There's a lot of questions about Godstones. So, let me switch to the first-person view here. So for Godstones, you have a lot of Godstones in your page here, some of which have these locks, but no levels underneath them. What you will notice is the ones that you can access will have levels underneath, and I'll show you once I switch over my roles here. But these ones, like Ether Shift for me on Tank Mage, Sentinel Ultimate, Supernova, I don't know if these are being removed, or if they're just accessible later on through some alternate means, or if they just haven't put a way for you to get them yet. But as of right now, anything that does not have a level is not something that you're going to be able to access. So the ones that do have a level will be unlocked once you reach that level. The ones that are already unlocked, obviously you can use and switch between. Now you can only have one Godstone applied to each trigger type. So as you can see here right now, I'm using Crimson Death on Gesture Down because it's got the lighter outline to the Godstone. And there is a number of different Godstone rarities and perks that you can unlock. So how this works is when you click on your Godstone, obviously if you're new, if you have a new character, you're not going to have all of these picked up or unlocked, or the rare drops, but you will get them as you're fighting. They will drop like items and you will pick them up, and they will come in here instead of going to your inventory. Now these different rarities allow different feature unlocks. So white and green have minor upgrades. White will usually have one minor upgrade, except for your base white one that you get when you unlock it. The base white one will only have like just blank space. So recommend switching out your Godstones as soon as you pull one, at least when you first unlock it, because those base Godstones don't have any additional features. The white Godstones that you pick up will have one minor upgrade, and these can be any random number of things. So, as you can see here, this one is Savage, increases critical power of this ability by 10%. To unlock these, you'll spend points. Now you see here, my Godstone is only level 1 with no XP, but it does have 1 point because it's level 1. Every time your Godstone levels, which it does so by you getting EXP while it's equipped, you'll get more points that you can spend. So for instance, if I were to go to my, let's see, I had this one equipped, the Crimson Godstone, or Crimson Death Godstone here. I'm level 5. Now it shows that I've spent 4 of my points, which you can see here on the Primal increases power scaling of this ability. I still have 1 point because it just leveled again, so I can go ahead and apply that point. And if it levels again, I can go and unlock this one and start putting points into this. So every level gets you a point. Unspent points are indicated by lit bars. The spent points are indicated by dim bars. And you just keep leveling the Godstone that you have equipped by getting EXP from pretty much any source while it's equipped. So that's quests will also level these, killing things will level these, events will level these. They level through pretty much every source. And yeah, so you want to go and try to find better rarities of these though, because the white and green only have minor upgrades. 1 for white, 2 for green. If you get a blue, you'll get a major upgrade. These major upgrades vary. They can be any number of things, but they are usually very useful. So in this particular one, when you hit a target with whatever skill or Godstone it is, boost your AP by 15%. Now AP is your main skill damage source. Attack is usually your auto attack source, whether you're swinging your swords or you're, shooting your projectiles or laser. So this would be pretty useful. If I use the skill, I get bonus damage on my skills. Cool. Now, some of these upgrades will not make sense. Like, excuse me. If I'm using my auto attack or my laser beams, I obviously don't want a culling beam that's going to give me cooldown reduction on my laser beams because that doesn't really help me. And like the resource cost, I'm still testing to see if the resource cost actually gives any benefit to the auto attacks, but as of right now, I don't believe it does. But you can get these bigger upgrades like gain 2% armor for 10 seconds for each target hit, stacking up to 20 times. So realistically, there's a ton of different major upgrades you can get, some of which are lifesteal, some of which are healing, some of which are damage related. There's a lot of different things you can get. So you definitely want to get a blue or better if you're able. Now there are purple ones. The purple ones have 2 major skill upgrades, and those are ideally what you want to go for. But the rarity of that is pretty significant. Now, I do know some people who have gotten them at level 1, level 4, early levels, because it is random chance. So, make a regular point of going in and checking what your potential Godstones you can use for each that you have unlocked, and swap those to the ones that you know you're going to want to use earlier, because that EXP to unlock these points through the levels is going to take longer and longer the higher the level needs to be. Some of these major upgrades take 4-5 points to unlock. So you may want to forego, let's say for this one took 4 points, sorry. This one took 4 points for my Obsidian Shroud, so I obviously had to wait 4 levels before spending any points, so that way I could unlock it, and then I put my 5th point into Cunning. As of right now, I don't think there's any way to reset the points once you've applied them. However, the game, glitchily enough, has taken care of that for you in some cases, because randomly you will find that your points are unspent, even though you've already applied them. Usually this is after switching servers or relogging, so always make sure your points are in the right places as well, or you won't be getting any benefit from them. And this is a bug that will eventually get, fixed, but for right now that is a thing. Now, you do end up with a lot of Godstones in your Godstone slots here, so you can always get rid of one by going and hitting the little trash can button and then deleting it. I recommend doing this carefully because you obviously don't want to throw away a blue or purple, but it is nice to clean up your inventories every now and again. Now, just to show you an example of what it looks like when you have skills that you can still unlock, I'll switch over to my support here. So, as you can see, Ether Tunnel is something I'll unlock at level 7, but Paladin Horizontal Slash, that obviously doesn't apply to me, and I'm pretty sure this is just a bug or a carryover from the Alpha Beta that is going to end up getting removed. Yes, I know I'm in a higher level zone. Thank you, game. Yes, thank you. I'm aware. And so my time slow will be unlocked at level 22. And yeah, that's pretty much the majority of it. As you unlock skills, obviously the levels required disappear. So if you're ever curious or you're trying to find the exact level that these are available, recommend heading over to the Easy community site. I believe they're all listed there. Actually, refresh Godstones. Does that reapply? Let's find out. I don't know if this reapplies skill points, and I'm going to do this for science for y'all. Culling Beam, refresh Godstones. No, yeah, that does nothing. Weird. Anyways. Yeah, so that's the overall breakdown of Godstones. And like I said before, to get these rarer Godstones of each type, you have to have it unlocked, and then you'll just be randomly fighting enemies, and they'll just drop. So it does seem like the higher the rarity of the mob, like mini-bosses or bosses, mini-bosses being the gray skull next to their name, full bosses being the gold skull next to their name, they seem to have a higher chance of dropping a better rarity, but it's not by that much. So if you're trying to farm for better Godstones, I would recommend whatever it is you can AoE. Also, hey Haz, hey Boda. Alright, so for EXP. So EXP is one of the things that everybody asks about. What's the best way to grind? How do I grind faster? There's not a lot of great answers for this, because individual results may vary. However, let's see. Let me equip my gear here real quick. Do not want to use that level 29. Okay. So for EXP, if you are with a bunch of people and the events are spawning very quickly in given areas, obviously do the events. They're going to give you resources you can spend on making gear and upgrades. They're going to give you EXP, and usually for very little effort. However, if you're by yourself, if you find yourself solo running in an area, events really aren't that effective because you're doing all the work and sometimes they bug out. So for right now, I would say events are probably lowest tier, unless, like I said, you find one that's popping quickly and you're with a bunch of people. Same thing with group quests. If you're able to do the group quest by yourself, cool. If you have people with you, definitely knock those out. But on the whole, group quests, anything that says group next to it or anything that has like a big boss monster you need to kill, is generally lower tier EXP grind because of not only is it going to be slower for you to do if you can do it, but also you may just find yourself, getting schlumped up and then you'll have to abandon the quest and then, figure out what one you want to do next. So, generally speaking, I would not mess with group quests or events if you're trying to level quickly. Your best bet is the main story quests, so always be talking to anyone who has like the actual story quest icon available on your map. Same thing with the rings and exploration quests, the ones that have you do zip lines and stuff. Those are going to give you the maximum amount of EXP for the shortest amount of effort and time involved, as well as carrying you through the zones. Now, those are not enough by themselves to get you from zone to zone to zone. You can't just follow the breadcrumbs. So beyond that, and we're going to teleport for this. Let's go to Scarlet Vale. So beyond the breadcrumb quests, you're going to find yourself a little starved for EXP. This is particularly true between level 9 and 12. So as soon as you're able to, which I believe is around level 12, I would come out and talk to Shin. When you talk to Shin,
indeed,
you can pick up his quest. Now, these quests are randomly chosen from a pool of quests. So if it doesn't have the quest you want, this is the first thing to notice. If Shin doesn't have a kill quest that you want, hit decline, and when you go back, just keep hitting decline.
Sure, whatever you say. Yes, okay, got it.
No, it's not going to work because I have one.
Alright.
So also try to only keep one Shin quest out, or you'll be locked in. So I'm going to go ahead and drop my hammer-headed one here.
Ready.
So, as long as you have only one hunt quest open at a time, talk to Shin, and he's going to offer you a quest.
Okay.
Decline it, and then it will switch to a different quest. Now, if you have multiple hunt quests open, this might not change for you. But when you find the one you want, which in this case, Rangers or Wolves is acceptable,
don't come back empty-handed.
You pick it up, and
Heavyfoot.
You're going to farm the said kill mobs. Now, mobs in any area have a chance to drop a token or a collectible that is applicable to that area. So these collectibles, you want to be farming the collectibles because as soon as you can turn them in, they will give you a fair amount of EXP, as well as being requirements for your quest anyways to kill these mobs. So you're getting double the EXP at that point, and then you look at your EXP that you're getting while you're killing things in and around your level, and while I'm only getting 0, you would be getting, if you're between 9 and 12 or 9 and 15, I think 15 is the turn-in for these particular mobs, but you would be getting roughly 200, 250 EXP per kill. So you can be getting at low level, anywhere between like 10k and 12k EXP for killing 10 to 15 mobs of a given type. So you always want to be stacking your collectible quests, your kill quests, and your actual kills, if possible. And just knowing that you can swap the Shin quests is one of the most important parts. So early levels, it's actually really rough, and this is why I'm going to show you here. We're going to swap over to Galion Valley. I'll mention that at the end, Boda. So if you come out here to Galion Valley, this is right after the entry-level Shin quests, entry-level main story. This is the next zone you would come to. And you'll be fighting Exileds, that's all great. But there is, to my knowledge, no Shin out here. But we're going to go check over here because it says side quest available. I could be wrong. Shin might be out here. I do know, though, that between level 9, which is about the time you would be moving on from this spot, and level 14, there's just no Shin available. So you will be struggling to fill in that extra gap of EXP by repeating these quests. Let's see here. Would it be right here? Yeah, so this is just more Mika.
Hey, we're here. Greetings, agent.
And she just has the trophy quest, the collectible. So there's no kill quests out here beyond the main story quests. So you're going to find yourself struggling for EXP between the first zone and the fourth zone. Or, yeah, first and fourth zone. Because there's no kill quest out here. There's no kill quest out here. And those really do fill in a lot. Because not only will you get the EXP from killing while you're on those quests, but you'll also be getting more trophies, which means more turn-ins, and those repeat turn-ins also fill in a lot. So, I actually recommend farming the entry zone until you're like level 8 or 9, because the main story quest EXP should stay about the same, and since there's no kill quests and the collectible quests still maintain their EXP, it really does not benefit you to sprint through the story until this point. Once you're at Scarlet Vale, I would farm right here at the Scarlet Vale teleport from level 12 to probably 16. And then this is the best spot, especially for like every job, every class role combo. Once you get up to Skysong Summit, however, if you are able to either clear enemies fast or AoE really hard, which most every class role combo can do, at Skysong Summit, there is a large spawn of dogs that you can farm. So if you can kill them quickly, obviously you don't need to AoE them. And in my case, I'm going to AoE them because I'm an Essence Mage tank. Now, just so that we're clear, I was AoEing these at much lower levels than them as an Essence Mage tank. So individual results may vary, but I feel like anybody who gets out here at level 20 can probably kill these pretty quickly on their given class and role combos, and then just level up. So these are also available as a kill quest, and they also drop collectibles. So I would talk to Shin, who is actually up here. Talk to Shin, grab the Saber Fang quest. Talk to the Elder, grab the Gargoyle Fang quest. Or Gargoyle Claw quest, I think. And then just kill the enemies. Take their fangs, get their kills, and benefit from the EXP. Now, I did this from 19 or 20 to 25. And it was very effective. Beyond that, I would say it probably loses its effectiveness as you stop getting as much EXP per kill. Now, you will still get credit and EXP from the repeat turn-ins, and this is true at any level. So if you think you can kill faster at a lower level and just do the collectible and kill turn-ins, you can abuse that as well, which is why the starting area is good, because the Sylphids, if you just abuse the Sylphids for a while until you're like level 5, and then you go do the story quest and everything, you should be leveling far faster throughout the rest of the story without having to stop as much. Now, it's not to say you won't have to stop at all, but it'll definitely help getting that early boost from killing Sylphids and farming the Sylphid horns. Also, one of the things that we figured out for leveling sub-rolls, when you level your sub-rolls, like if I were to switch my Godstones over to support, we figured out that you can take a high-level quest, complete it on your high level, and switch to your sub-roll and turn it in. This is something that'll eventually be phased out. I'm sure it's not a bug per se, but just something that was overlooked. However, you should note that if you do this, you will get the EXP, and it will be a lot of EXP, and it's almost worth it, in my opinion. But you're going to have to re-log after you switch back, and it's going to say that your level is lower than it should be. So you run the risk of potentially a server glitching and like making your main role a lower level. Now, so far it hasn't happened. It says the wrong level for my main role when I log back in, but it's a risk. So if you're going to glitch the system, know that you stand a potential of having your level reset. So as far as the best method of leveling your sub-rolls, since sub-rolls get bonus EXP anyways, I would just farm the collectibles on your main roll, like especially the Sylphid Horns and Exiled Masks, and then I would just do a bunch of quick repeat turn-ins on your lower sub-roll until they were out ahead of the level that you want to farm in on your sub-roll, and then just farm them on your sub-roll, doing the same thing with the kill quests and repeat turn-ins. Everything between level 9 and level 14, 15 is the dead zone. So get your sub-rolls above level 14 and they should be able to do their own thing much faster than your main roll because they get that EXP bonus. I think... Oh, and don't forget to pick up chests. Chests drop EXP as well as money and resources, and they do respawn regularly. So whenever you see a chest, always be looking for chests, and that's just something extra. But that is the lowest tier EXP. It's just something else you can do to help fill in the gaps. Next up is the tiers. So let's see if I can go and find you a tier. Shouldn't be too hard. I have a number that I haven't done. We'll go to Turtle Top. Alright, let's see, where is a tier? Actually, why is my... I bought a new USB cable and it's not been great to me. My compression is very compressed. I can see one from here. So you can see these tiers. We'll go ahead and collect this one. So, these are Amara's tiers, and if you pay attention, it makes like a wind chime type sound. Amara's tiers are available, they're essentially a global spawn that is a one-time pickup per character, and they are all over the place, hidden in some good spots, hidden in some bad spots, and you'll go around and pick these up. To put them in your inventory, just put them in your chest, and what this does is it will allow you... I'm going to teleport again here. The Amara's Tears will allow you to complete a side quest that will give you bonus stamina. So, stamina is what determines if you can block, it determines how fast you can sprint, or rather whether you can sprint, it determines how far you can fly or glide, it determines whether you can jump. Stamina is one of the most useful exploration and movement stats in the game. So, obviously, you want to buff your stamina as much as you can. The only three methods of this are gear, which you have to get some pretty rare gear to actually get stamina bonuses on it. Food, which the crafting will allow you to make some decent stamina food later on. And through Amara's Tears, which you turn into the Shrine of Amara. Now, these turn in at 5, 10, 20... 30 and so on. So I am at the 30 tier quest right now. I only have 26 out of the 30 I need. However, the first two Amara's Tears quests should be easily completable by the time you're done with the Exiled Zone, as long as you get all of the tiers in an area. Now, they can be all over the place. They can just be hovering in the air. There's usually one on this zip line, so you have to grab it on your way across the zip line. Yeah, just always be listening for that crystal sound, that wind chime sound, and pick up the Amara's Tears. Come over here to the Amara's Shrine, which is located right over there's the bridge coming out of Zenith City. So if you come from the bridge, take a right, and then follow across this little river here. Amara's Shrine is right here. And I'll show you on the map where that's at as well, so that way you can locate it. So we are here. This is Zenith Bridge. We are here. And yeah, generally speaking, Amara's Tears are one of the best resources that you literally can skip ahead, go to zones that are higher than your level, as long as you run from and or avoid all of the enemies that will probably one-shot you, and you can just collect all of the tiers in advance. There's nothing stopping you from going on a massive exploration stamina hunt. So make sure you're always collecting your tiers, turn them in, get your stamina bonus, and it will allow you to do more and faster. The last thing I want to touch on for this particular video here is bug reports. So I have a link in the description for submitting bug reports. Now, there's a lot of buggy things that happen. If you notice that you're attacking, and let's say your shots are just going through a target, they're not exploding or doing damage, that's a bug. If you notice your skills are dropping through the ground and not exploding, or doing what they're supposed to be doing, that's a bug. If you get stuck in a wall somewhere, that's a bug. There's bugs all over the place. This is a continuing development game. So if you see a bug, it is everyone's, I'm not going to say everyone's responsibility because you did pay for the game, but it's in everyone's best interest if you submit a ticket on each bug that you find, because you can't guarantee that somebody else is going to submit that bug ticket. So if you want to be playing the best game possible, which I do, submit any bugs that you find through the bug ticket form that is below. There's an actual web page. You just hit submit ticket and you fill it out. Tell them where it was, how you noticed it happening, what server you were on, and that's pretty much it. Some bugs are server related. So if you notice that you're getting a lot of random bugs, things that normally wouldn't happen, and it's just starting to stack up, you may want to log out and or switch servers before you experience a server crash, because if a server crashes, you may lose some progress. This can actually lead to even worse bugging. So, until they get everything fully ironed out, always try to be cognizant of whether things seem like they're functioning as designed, and if they're not, try to note that down, send in a report where it's necessary, and then switch servers, because you don't want to lose progress, because that's just not fun. But yeah. I think that's everything that I have as far as this particular small video goes. I will be back to game later, and I will be streaming that as well. So if anybody who's watching this after the fact got any use out of this, please hit the like button. Remember to subscribe if you want to see more like this, and if you guys have more questions, I can try to work them into future guide videos, and I will answer anything I can in the comments. So link me your questions in the comments, and I'm still working to get the footage for my full-length breakdown videos of the entire game. So those will be coming. I just don't know when. But I have a framework set up for those. So hopefully it'll be faster for me to get them out than the almost a month between my previous 3 videos that I had out last time. So, yeah. I will catch you guys later on. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the world of Zenith.